In one night in Tokyo, an American man travels to Tokyo to meet his girlfriend who was supposed to pick him up at the airport, and they're supposed to spend 1 week together in Tokyo because she has been living in Tokyo for 6 months. He arrives at her apartment, and once arriving there, she tells him that she wants to break up with him, and he's a bit angry because why didn't you tell me before I came to Tokyo? So he walks out in the apartment, and he decides to leave Tokyo pretty quick. He calls for a change to his flight ticket and decides to leave 10 a.m. the next morning. A friend of him and his girlfriend, a Japanese friend, he calls him and says, "Oh, you got one night in Tokyo. I'm very busy at work. Why don't you take my girlfriend out drinking?" So the American man joins his friend's girlfriend at a bar drinking with friends, and after they've finished drinking, the friend says she's forgotten her wallet at her boyfriend's place. So they visit her boyfriend's place, and the boyfriend is actually home. He's not working, and she catches him cheating on her. And when the American man finds out that he is cheating with his girlfriend, so the American girlfriend and the Japanese man are both cheating on them. The Japanese girl is upset, so she drags the American man to a bar, and they start to get to know each other. One Night in Tokyo is directed by Joshua Woodcock, and this film is his directorial debut. One Night in Tokyo is a pretty good, sweet mix of drama and romance. It's a little bit clunky at times, especially in the first half an hour of the film. The first act is like when he goes to Tokyo and he visits his girlfriend's apartment. That's it. The whole conversation in there is a little bit strange and clunky, and the American woman's acting is not very good. And then once he meets his friend's Japanese girlfriend, the interaction is very strange. Like, she's quite rude to him, and then she just doesn't communicate with him, and she drags him to a bar. And then once he's at the bar with her friends, everybody just ignores him. Like, they're very strange, except for one guy who's very kind and translates some of the Japanese dialogue, but everybody ignores him. So that's a very strange situation. But once we get to the bar with just him and the Japanese girl, it starts to pick up. It turns into kind of like a before sunrise type of film where they're just talking and get to know each other, and then after that they walk around Tokyo, just different scenarios throughout the night. So it's a very much a before sunrise type of film. There's still a little bit of clunkiness in that final hour of the film where they walking around Tokyo and they just happen to meet different type of foreigners around Tokyo. I mean, I've been to Tokyo many times, and there are definitely foreigners there, but it's not that common. You would walk around Tokyo in the middle of the night and just walk into different foreigners all the time. And they walk into one very loud and drunk guy, and then interact with him a little bit. And then later on in the movie, about half an hour later, they meet the same guy on the train. It's like, Tokyo is too big of a city to meet the same guy in one night. And there's this kind of gimmick device that does work very well, but it's a bit strange. Like, they're talking in the bar, and they both don't speak Japanese English. They don't know how to talk. They can't talk. So he comes up with an idea to put the like, he has kind of app on his phone, so he puts the phone down on the bar in between them, so they can talk and they understand what they're saying. And on the screen we see subtitles translated of what each is saying, so they can basically have a normal conversation and they understand each other. But the problem is, when he puts the phone away, they can still understand each other. We understand what they're saying because there's subtitles, but how do they understand each other when he puts the phone away? And then later on, when they're walking around Tokyo, there's no phone there, and there's no way of translating. So it's very strange. How can they understand each other when there's no phone app there? So I understand why they did it, because we need to understand what they're saying, but it's a bit of a strange gimmick. The two actors are Reza Emamiyeh and Tokiko Kitagawa. They have nice chemistry. They reveal more information about themselves as the film goes on. They talk about a lot of things in life, their love and expectation in life, and how they plan life. So they have really deep conversations. They're very engaging, and they really have nice, warm personalities. They come off across as very nice people. So they have a really nice chemistry in the film. I give One Night in Tokyo 3 stars out of 5. I would recommend this film if you're into those type of conversation before sunrise type of films where people meet and strangers meet and they start talking and get to know each other. The leads have nice chemistry, but it just get a little bit clunky at times. There's some things that just didn't ring true to me, that came off a bit unrealistic, especially in the first half of the film. But once the two strangers start talking and walking around Tokyo, the film really settles down and becomes quite engaging. So I would recommend One Night in Tokyo. Thanks for watching. What did you think of One Night in Tokyo? Please comment below what you thought of the film. See you next time. Bye.